Good evening, everybody. Welcome back once again. Glad to have you here. Thanks for attending. And this evening, we're going to be talking about being here, being in the moment. But first, as you know, we have to do the disclaimers. I still think one of these days we're going to start a chorus and have all of you guys recite the disclaimer. But for now, just remember, do not play this or any other session of its kind while riding in a moving vehicle, while operating equipment or machinery, or anytime you're engaged in an activity that requires your full attention. None of these sessions are designed or intended to diagnose or treat any specific physical or mental condition. For diagnosis or treatment of such conditions, please seek the assistance of your chosen healthcare provider. Thank you. With that out of the way, let's talk for a minute about what we mean by being in the moment. And understand that this does not take away from planning for the future, thinking about and preparing for upcoming events, but it's to address that concept that it seems that for many of us, most of our time is focusing our attention on where we want to be or where we're going rather than where we are. So if you can imagine a relatively simple example, you get up in the morning and you have to go to the office. And on the way to the office, you remember that at lunchtime, you have to go to HEB and pick up toilet paper and batteries. And this afternoon, you have to get back at the office in time after lunch because you're meeting with a new client. And this is an extremely important client to your firm. And it's up to you to land the contract. And then, of course, after work, you've got to get home in time to make sure the babysitter gets there because you have a dinner engagement and you got to, oh yeah, remember to pick up wine to take to that dinner engagement. And so you're running through your day thinking about, got to remember to get all this stuff at HEB. Got to remember to get all this stuff at HEB. You go to HEB and where's your mind? It's on that new client this afternoon. So of course you pick up the toilet paper and you forget the batteries. And then while you're with that new client in the afternoon, supposedly focusing on that, you find out that your babysitter canceled. So now you got to think about what you're going to do that evening because you still have a dinner engagement and you still have to stop and pick up wine for that dinner engagement. And if any other wrenches are thrown in the works, like a traffic jam, a flat tire, or an annoyed boss at work, any other wrinkle that's thrown in your direction can really knock you off balance. Or even a simpler example, you're on your way on a vacation and you're so focused on where you're going that you forget to enjoy the journey to get there. And so this is about taking the time to focus on where you are right now, to focus on enjoying the moment. Because the truth is, all we really have is now. I mean, all of us who are here this evening have other things going on in our lives right now. There's stuff that we're concerned about. Maybe professionally, maybe personally, maybe from a relationship standpoint, but whatever it happens to be, there are other concerns. But you know what? Right now, in this minute, while you are here, there's not a darn thing you can do about those other things. So worrying about them, dwelling on them, being obsessed with them, doesn't get you anywhere except missing out on whatever it is we're going to do tonight. So this is all about taking time to be here now. And that's how we're going to set this up so that the example will be tonight's experience. So I'd like you to just kind of settle in. Just kind of sit back, get yourself comfortable, rest your head if that helps. Take a breath or two. If you want to, let your eyes just gently close. If you don't want to, that's fine. You can just keep them open. But take a couple of slow, deep breaths and focus your awareness on those breaths as best you can. Nothing but those breaths. Feeling the air move in and out. It's cool on the tip of your nose as you breathe in. And it warms as you breathe back out. Feel your chest and your stomach expand and contract as you breathe. And if your mind attempts to wander, just firmly but gently bring your awareness back to your breathing. And hold on to that as best you can. And now as you continue to breathe, notice your surroundings. Any sounds that you might notice. The whirring of a fan, traffic outside your window, maybe a pet nearby, panting or breathing or scratching. Maybe you chose to have some background music playing. Notice the air current as it circulates around the room. And even if you have your eyes closed, notice what visions come to you. Be aware of where your body is in space. Sitting upright, reclining, laying down. Be aware of where your arms are. Your hands, perhaps resting on your lap. Maybe they're crossed. Take note of each finger. Take note of your legs and feet, whether they're resting flat on the floor, whether they're elevated. How it feels to just let yourself feel the support of the cushions beneath you. Notice each toe individually. Notice the wonder of your body continuing to function, digesting, circulating, immune protection. The firing of your neurons in response to whatever your senses are aware of. Scan your body for sensations without judging, criticizing, evaluating, but just noticing. Maybe you feel hungry. Maybe you ate recently, so you feel full. Maybe you can sense the beating of your heart or your circulation flowing. Maybe there's some part of your body that needs your attention. Might even be sending you reminders, little aches, twinges. If so, find that part. And acknowledge it. Appreciate it. Even thank it for reminding you that it's there. Reassure it and soothe it. Comfort it. Thank every part of you for keeping you aware when something needs addressed, for continuing to do the job of supporting you. Keeping you alive and functioning. And imagine the entire you. Get a mental image of you, just as you are. And appreciate you for all that you've been through, all that you've overcome, all the challenges that you have faced. And yet here you are, having overcome, having crossed barriers, having beaten the odds, having accomplished so much. And remind yourself of that Zen saying that you are perfect just as you are, and there's room for improvement. You're in a continuous process of evolving from who you used to be to who you will become. And remind yourself that it is absolutely perfect to be who you are right now, here, in this moment. This moment is all there is. All the prior moments are gone. And the next ones don't even matter until they are now. Let yourself explore now. What does that mean to be here now? To be focused on now. To give yourself the freedom of being here now. And let go of all the rest. Let yourself experience the peace of knowing that you're here now. That you matter now. Embrace who you are in this moment. Appreciate the you that you are in this moment. The you that you've become. Perhaps in spite of your experiences. Perhaps because of your experiences. And perhaps a little bit of each. It's the you that is now that makes a difference, that matters the most. The you that is right now that can make a very simple decision. And that is to be here now, right where you are. With no judgment, with no criticism, with no worry, with no fear. It's simply now. Let the rest drain away. And be reassured by the fact that you are you and you are here. and that your presence matters. And that this moment is perhaps one of the most important moments ever. And you're here to experience that moment, to appreciate that moment. To be in that moment. Now, I'd like you to take a moment to just let yourself be and experience now while I sit quiet. Excellent. Now take a deep breath and feel that breath. Be that breath. Be the air that flows gently in and out as you breathe. Be the lungs that accept that air gratefully, appreciatively. Now be the body that sustains and supports you, that carries you through your day. Be the mind with which you think, you communicate, you express your ideas, you receive thoughts. Be your entire being in this time, in this place. And appreciate that being. Appreciate who you are. Appreciate where you are. Appreciate when you are. Everything about you in this moment is just as it should be. Let your awareness surround you and focus on you in this moment. And give yourself permission to take the time throughout your day to just stop, to take a moment and appreciate where you are and who you are. Notice and appreciate the now. And take in another deep, slow breath. And thank yourself for all that's brought you to this moment. Gather it in. Embrace it. Enjoy the moment. And when you are ready, in the next 30 seconds, minute, take in one more deep cleansing breath and allow your eyes to open. And come back to here and now.